day 2 and we set off early in the morning. We had a bit of a delay, 3-hour delay in Kathmandu airport, but we went into Lukla, which is a very small town, but is basically the start of the Everest base camp trek. We actually got on one of the world's smallest transit planes, and actually it's regarded apparently as one of the most dangerous plane rides you could ever do, because the shortest runway in history is where you land. And literally, I mean, there's no margin for error when you land on this runway. It is quite terrifying to say the least, because they are literally inches away from certain death before they turn. So that was quite interesting, getting off and getting into Lukla. When we then ventured into our first place, Sheptung, where we actually managed to find the highest altitude coffee roastery, which did specialty coffee. So obviously me and Tracy were over the moon with that. So we had a nice lunch and coffee. So we trekked approximately 5.5 miles in uneven terrain. And there's a lot actually up and down. We're kind of going around the side of a mountain before we actually hit the bottom of Everest. So we're not quite onto Everest yet, but we're going into Fatlik, which is a small first sort of settlement town where everybody spends the first night on the trip. And when we got there, obviously there was quite a bit uneven terrain, like I said, with a massive couple of suspension bridges which actually wobbled incredibly when you walked across them. And as you can see from the height, it's a little bit intimidating if you're that way inclined with heights. But as we continued along our journey, we got into Fatlik, and obviously we settled in for the night, and we had a nice lovely meal with our crew. There's 6 people in our crew, along with 2 Sherpas, 2 guides as well along the way. So these Sherpas carry things on their back. As you can see, they actually carry it over their head and on their back, hunched over, across the entire trek, which is unbelievably impressive to all of us if we consider how hard it is to carry a couple of 20-kilo kettlebells. These guys carry up to 40 kilos on their backs and heads for miles at a time. Not only that, we stopped by a couple of people with plywood, steel rods, and one guy even had 90 odd kilograms on his back, and he was an older gentleman who was carrying it up to wherever it was due to go. It was super impressive to see, and we can't even quite fathom how these guys are built differently.
This is our first room. We are lucky that we have a hot shower, a toilet and a sink, and these are our beds. In Sweden. We've got our clothes hanging on the washing line, what we've brought with us.